Okay, we're going to continue our opening repertoire. Today we're going to talk about the Alekhine defense, which starts after e4, knight f6. This is a very well-known opening, and it's a very good tool to use as a surprise weapon, and worth studying what to do against it. So white takes advantage of kicking the knight and taking more space advantage. So this is how it goes. d4. Black strikes in the center. c4. Knight b6. And now there's a lot of the main continuation would be f4, but we're going to see that in another video. Here, white can play e takes d6. In this case, black has the option to either take with the c pawn or with the e pawn. In this video, we're going to cover e takes e6. So e takes e6, white will continue development of his pieces without being annoyed by any kind of pins. So he starts with knight c3, and if black tries to play d4, d5, you always have c5 as an answer, and you take tempo against the knight in the opening, which is not recommended, and also it blocks the bishop. So you're gonna lose time to remaneuver your pieces. It's not lost, but it's not ideal, especially in the opening. In this case, let's say if knight c6, also here white can take the space advantage. Now the knight has to come here, and then you also kick it with the pawn. f4. Black cannot take this pawn because unfortunately there is a tactic that fails directly. You lose the knight in this case. So f4, he needs to retreat, and then just playing bishop d3. And as we can see, white is almost fully developed, and he doesn't have any kind of problem in the opening, and he also has the space advantage. So that's why usually black plays bishop e7. He's trying to put it on f6 later on. So the game continues. Here there are two setups. You could play either bishop d3 and knight e2, or you wouldn't mind putting the knight here and allowing the pin. So knight f3, castle, bishop e2, expecting that the black will come with bishop g5, h3, asking the bishop where will he stay on the same line of the diagonal, and then you just castle, and the game continues. Knight c6. At this moment, this pawn is hanging, so you have to defend it. And now bishop f6, bishop e3, defending the pawn, and probably d5, and then you play c5 just to take a tempo. And there is a very nice idea. By the way, black cannot come here because the pawn is hanging, so he has to go knight c8. And here there's a nice pawn sacrifice. If black captures it, first you're taking space advantage on the queen side, and you want to kick the knight as well. But also, if he captures it, then you have queen b3 attacking the knight and attacking the center pawn, which will give white a good edge.